In this video, I'll be reviewing the Brother MFC-J1012DW or 1010DW. Both of these two printers, although they have different names, are the same exact printer. One is for the US, one for Canada, but the specs are exactly the same, so this is why it applies to both of them. So I'll share with you what I liked and also what I disliked about it. So let's start with what I liked. Well, first of all, this printer is filled with many different features. It has two different scanners, one over here and one on the top. The one on the top is able to take up to 20 pages at the same time, and it will scan automatically all of them. It's also able to connect to your Mac, PC, and also to your smartphone, iPhone or Android. It has this control panel that is adjustable. Ink cartridges are really easy to install and take out. Just like that, I took one, I put it back, and that's all. And I also liked the fact that it's able to print on both sides of a paper. This is what they call duplex printing, printing on both sides. If we look at the print quality, well, it's able to print at 1200 to times 800 dpi, which will give you really nice results, especially for a budget printer. This is what it is after all. These are some pictures I printed, and the details are really good. Everything looks vibrant. I mean, the colors are the exact one that I'm seeing on my screen. The printer didn't try to oversaturate them. One thing that is important to note is that this printer is able to print at 3 different print settings. And everything you see now has been printing at the highest print setting, because I don't see a point to going to the lowest print quality. Text is very sharp. I mean, I expect any printer to print sharp text. I mean, we are in 2024 and this one does it really nicely. Comparing to other printer in this category that I had the chance to test, this one is not better or worse. I think if you're printing picture, this one is definitely on the better side, comparing especially to the HPs of this price point. But if you're just going to print text or some graphics like this, I think most printers at around $100 are about the same. Here we can see that it was able to print the full grayscale, which is always a good sign, you know, that we're able to see all the differences between all these squares. And there's nothing weird, even if we're looking here where the text is highlighted. Sometimes some printers have some troubles, especially if they lack resolution, but in this case, really I have nothing to say. I also really liked that this printer has many buttons and a screen. I know some printers, Canon and HP, start removing their screen from their printer, I guess to save money, and it makes navigating through the menus much harder. Here you see I have the settings button, and this way I can navigate and it looks sharp, and I can select whatever I want quickly. And if there is an error, let's say you have a paper jam, well, everything will be written over here. I highly recommend you buy a printer with a screen, even if it's not this one, because when things don't go well, at least the printer will be able to tell you exactly what to fix instead of having a bunch of lights flashing and you trying to search on YouTube what's going on. Now, let me share with you things I didn't like about this one. If you intend to buy this printer to use it over Wi-Fi, this is great. I didn't have any trouble using the Wi-Fi settings. But if you intend to use this printer connected via USB, you may have trouble finding the USB port, although this printer has one. It does not come with any cable included in the box, so you'll need to purchase one separately. This is one thing I don't like. Although I must admit that every other single brand are doing the same thing. They do not include the cable, although their printer are compatible with USB. The second thing is you may have trouble finding the USB port. To have access to the USB port, you need to lift the whole panel over here. It's the first time I'm seeing this. I don't know why they did this, probably cost cutting, but still, it's weird. Let me demonstrate. So this is the panel for the scanner. You need to lift the next panel that is under, and it stayed propped in the air here like that. Whoops, no, it's going down. Okay, now it locked in place. And you see over here, this line, it's going to the USB port that is located right under here. Let me give you a closer look here. You see, this is the USB port. So you need to take your cable, connect it there, and fish the cable where the line is. Put it here. Then it goes out, and then close this lid. Whoops. And then you can connect the other end to your computer. It's a bit weird. I would much prefer having a USB port on the side of the printer, like every other printer in this world, since it will be easier to connect and disconnect the cable. Especially if, let's say, you connect it to your PC and somebody comes and gets this cable tangled on their stuff. Well, now it does not detach when you pull it. It will pull down your computer or the whole printer, since you'll need to open back this lid to detach it. Another thing that I wish was improved is the paper tray. It's great that it's hidden right under the printer, but putting paper here, you need to, once you pull it out, open this flap like that, and then put your paper over here. It's not a big issue, it just adds multiple steps. Many printers, you just have to glide this paper in the back and it works. Then glide it here, close this other lid, and then glide everything back. Not a big deal, since this is able to accommodate 150 sheets of paper, but still, I wish it was just a bit easier. Otherwise, at the end of the day, I still recommend this printer, especially if you're looking to get one at $100 or less. Now, I'll put on the screen how much it is on Amazon at the moment of making this video. Obviously, this could change. And if you want to get one of these, I'll put a link as well in the description down below. Every time you're using my links, I get a very small commission, and this is helping supporting my channel and keep me going on. Thanks for watching, subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next video.